Hello all and welcome to video classes by Connor Institutes. Today we will be discussing the elasticity along the linear demand curve. So in our previous classes we had discussed what is demand curve and why it is called as linear demand curve, right? So in the last class we even have seen there was an equation called Q is equal to A minus B P, right? So with the help of this equation we were able to draw the demand curve, right? So here also again with the same equation we are again utilizing this equation to understand better the elasticity using this linear demand curve. So we all have seen this was the factors, all the factors which was affecting the quantity and the price in the market, right? This is the quantity demanded, and here minus B tells us the slope of the demand curve, and the price P is referred as the price, right? So here when we are talking about this point wherein at the price A by B, then the quantity demanded will be 0. That's the reason here the elasticity demand will be infinity. Okay, so at this point because the price, when the price is high, then the consumer demand will be less than the previous, right? So when the price increases, the quantity demanded by the consumer decreases. So this is the point, this is the highest point where the consumer cannot buy the goods. So that's the reason quantity demanded by the consumer will be 0. But when the price is 0, then the quantity demanded by the consumer will also be at the point A. Why? Because here you can see when the price is 0, the quantity demanded by the consumer will also be 0. That's the reason you can see here the A is. So here the elasticity of demand will be 0. Okay? Why? Because the price is 0. That's the reason the quantity demanded will be 0. And this is the point where the elasticity of demand is equal to 1. Why is it 1 is because the same percentage change in the price will also lead to the same percentage change in the quantity. So if you have reduced a certain amount, then for example if you have reduced by 1, then the quantity will also be reduced or increased by 1. That's the reason here the elasticity of demand is called as unitary elasticity of demand. That's the reason it is called as elasticity of demand, or ED is equal to 1, because the same amount of change in the quantity is equal to the same amount of or the same percentage change in the price. And wherever you see this point ED is greater than 1 and this area is ED less than 1. So if you consider any area or the change, the percentage change in the price will be always more than 1, because here when we have discussed the unitary demand, so the prices beyond that region will be always greater than 1. So here you can say the elasticity of demand is greater than 1. And if you are talking about this area, then the elasticity of the demand will be less than 1. So with the help of this demand curve, we are understanding the elasticity of the price and the demand. So here there are 4 different types wherein we have already seen this, right? Elasticity of demand more than 1, elasticity of demand less than 1, elasticity demand which is equal to 1, we even called it as unitary elasticity of demand. And there is one more which is elasticity of demand which is 0. So these are the points, or these are the different types of elasticity of demand wherein we can utilize or we can derive with the help of the linear demand curve. So you all have known that this line or whatever the line I have drawn here is the demand curve. So with the help of this demand curve we have we have also studied how many different types of elasticity of demand we have. So when the price changes or when the percentage in the price changes, the same way that has to affect, because there is a responsiveness between the price and the quantity demanded by the consumer. So that's the reason whenever you see there is the percentage change in the price, we even see there is a percentage change in the quantity demanded by the consumer. So that's what we can understand here in the elasticity along with the linear demand curve. And we have again the other different types of demand curve. For example, constant demand curve, right? What happens in this constant demand curve? We have constant demand curve, right? This is a horizontal demand curve wherein whatever the quantity demanded is, see, even you can demand here also, even you have quantity demanded here, but the price will be always constant. So in this is also the horizontal demand curve. And we have another demand curve which is called as vertical demand curve. Vertical demand curve will be like this. Whatever the quantity, whatever the prices be in the market, the quantity demanded will be constant. So here the price is not responsive to the quantity demanded by the consumer. And another one, we have a rectangular hyperbola. Okay, so this is nothing but the unitary elasticity of demand. Why we have called it unitary elasticity of demand is because when the price is at the point P, then the quantity will be at Q. When it decreases, when the price decreases, then you can see there is a change in the quantity demanded. You can see there is an increase in the quantity demanded, right? So when the price has come to P2, you can see that the quantity demanded by the consumer has increased because there is a drop in the price. So that's why we call it as the elasticity of demand, which is equal to 1. Okay, it's another name is unitary elasticity of demand, because the equal rate of change in the price is also leading to the equal percentage change in the quantity. So that's the reason we have three different elasticity of demand, which we have discussed. One is the horizontal demand curve, and the second one was the vertical demand curve, and third was the unitary elasticity of demand, or we can even call it as the rectangular hyperbola. So that's all for the today's class. In the next class, we can discuss more on the factors determining the elasticity demand curve, and also we can see the expenditure and the elasticity relationship. Okay, so see you all in the next video.